Now let's begin one of the most important classes of antiarrhythmic drugs. Class 1 antiarrhythmic agents. Class 1 drugs are also called sodium channel blockers because their primary target is the fast sodium channels present in cardiac muscle cells. Remember one golden rule. If you understand what sodium channels do, you'll easily understand the mechanism of all class 1 drugs. Normally, during phase 0 of the cardiac action potential, sodium channels open rapidly. Large amounts of sodium enter the cell. This rapid sodium influx produces rapid depolarization, which determines the speed of impulse conduction through the heart. Think of sodium channels like the accelerator pedal of a car. The more sodium enters, the faster the electrical impulse travels. When class 1 drugs block these sodium channels, the accelerator is released. Impulse conduction becomes slower, and the heart beats more slowly and more regularly. They decrease phase 0 slope, Vmax. Because sodium entry decreases, the slope of phase 0, also called Vmax, becomes less steep. What does that mean? Imagine climbing a hill. A steep hill reaches the top very quickly. A gentle slope takes longer. Similarly, less sodium entry means depolarization becomes slower. Therefore, conduction through the myocardium also slows. Use-dependent blockade. What does it mean? Simply, the more frequently sodium channels open, the stronger these drugs block them. अगर एक गेट दिन भर बार-बार खुलता है, तो उस गेट को लॉक करना बहुत आसान होता है। लेकिन अगर गेट कभी खुलता ही नहीं, तो उस पर ड्रग का इफेक्ट कम होगा। That's why these drugs are more effective during tachycardia. Because sodium channels are opening repeatedly. Why class 1 prolongs action potential. Now comes the feature that differentiates class 1 drugs from other class 1 drugs. These drugs don't only block sodium channels. They also block cardiac potassium channels. Normally, potassium leaves the cardiac cell during repolarization. When potassium channels are blocked, potassium cannot leave easily. Repolarization becomes slower. As a result, the action potential duration increases. The QT interval on ECG also becomes longer. Class 1 blocks both Na and K channels. Torsades they points. Whenever QT interval becomes prolonged, one dangerous arrhythmia can occur. Torsades they points. This is a polymorphic ventricular tachycardia. The ECG appears as if the QRS complexes are twisting around the baseline. इसलिए जब भी एग्जाम में QT prolongation लिखा हो, तुरंत दिमाग में एक वर्ड आना चाहिए. Torsades they points. Dissociation kinetics. Class 1 drugs dissociate from sodium channels with intermediate kinetics. Recovery time is around 1 to 10 seconds. What does this mean? They remain attached to sodium channels for an intermediate duration, producing a moderate degree of sodium channel blockade. Drugs in Class 1A. Quinidine, procainamide, disopyramide.